crap.
I totally did not mean to start my stream up right away. Just forced out of habit. My goodness. Like, I'm not even... I'm, like, not even ready. Okay, I was like, I'm just going to turn... You know, I'm just gonna get it set up, but not do anything. I'm just not gonna start it so I can get my, you know... my computer set up and all of that. But nope, I decided to hit that button. Okay, we're gonna try to get this stupid skin. I can't, it's not stupid. We're gonna try to get this skin. I'm gonna be reviewing some research methods though, so like that's what we're gonna be doing. Here, since it's the Hammy skin, we'll use the Hammy thumbnail. Okay. Alrighty, alrighty. Tweet it out, come on. You're just not, alright, there we go. Alright. Okay, Discord. Alright, 2 seconds, guys. I do appreciate everyone who's watching, though. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to be a part of the Moomoo Hippo Nation. I cannot believe I'm this disorganized. Well, I mean, I can believe it, actually. I totally can believe it, because that's something that I do. Okay. Almost there. Alright. Let's go. Alright. Shall we begin? We shall. Except, I think I hurt my nose. Alright. Okay, that is so annoying. I can't see how many more matches I have to go. Let's see if we can get into... Alright, I'll be away from chat for a bit. Another day. But a word. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a match. I have very little faith. We'll do a skirmish and we'll see what happens, shall we? Oh my goodness. Ooh, oofda.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Ah. Oh, I destroyed a mine. That's cool. I don't want to die though. Don't shoot me.
Hello? Anyone out there?
Hello? Anyone out there? Can anyone hear me? I don't really appreciate that. I'm stunned. Let's dance. Do the dance. Do the dance. Everybody do the dance. Did I just lose my healer? I lost my healer. Alright. Let's review some research methods. Alright. Now, you may be saying, Cynthia, what the heck is tenacity? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Tenacity is the unquestioning faith of one's own beliefs and perspectives. It can be a good thing, but it also can be a really bad thing because then you don't want to see things in another point of view. Then we have different types of learning, facts, different types of knowledge. We have authority, which is those who we believe are experts. We assume they are correct. So, textbooks, parents, even celebrity endorsements. Again, this is bad because A, they could be wrong, and B, if we believe they are right, then we hold their truths to a higher standard. This is really present when parents teach their kid racist beliefs.
Hello.
Then we have discourse and logic, not knowledge. Discourse and logic.
Hello there.
And this is the belief with rationalism that we learn through reason, and with that reason we can reach a consensus. And this is a French dude by the name of, oh boy, who is it? It's D, it starts with a D something. Then we have experience, and this is the idea behind empiricism? But this is the idea behind Locke, and you learn through experience. We
Ash here.
we learn a whole bunch of stuff, and through that knowledge, through our experiences and knowledge, we can reach better conclusions, okay? Now you may be saying, Cynthia, what kind of biases do we have? Well, I'm so glad you asked. First we have, it's not really a bias, but it's not bias in the name. It's the availability heuristic. And this is, especially in big cities, it's really present. I guess not in big cities, but I guess in big cities. With, and now the idea behind availability heuristic is we overestimate occurrence of rare or unusual or memorable events. This is really with crime and big cities, like how, if you live in a big city, you're gonna get attacked. Well, no, not necessarily. It's just because the news does, shows it and makes it seem more common when it really isn't. And shark attacks. Sharks barely attack humans, but because we hear it once and it's really dramatic, we hear it and we think it happens more often than not. Then we have the hindsight bias. This is oh shoot. Oh crap, who's this guy? It's He was during, oh boy, Mary Queen of Scots. This is gonna bother me now. He was French? I think. Oh, poo. Anyway, hindsight bias is after the event has occurred, you say that you knew it was going to happen. You could foresee the you could foresee after an event has happened. You could foresee it. All right, then we have confirmation bias. This is actually like really bad, but really common. This is we tend to pay attention to facts, not necessarily facts. We pay attention, we seek out and pay attention to information that supports our belief, and we ignore contradictory information no matter what. Like this could be like I could believe in the wrong thing and believe like what the information that I'm seeking is wrong, but I wouldn't care because of my strong belief. Alright, that's biases. Biases? Is that it? Then we have naturalistic versus participant observation. Naturalistic observation is observing people or animals in their natural environment, not finally I get into a game. Not doing anything. We're not making them do anything. It's just how they naturally do stuff, okay? The problems with this is that we have observer bias, and then absence of control because it's totally natural. We can't do anything. And then we have participant observation. This is when the researcher is a participant. And a problem with this is, again, not only bias, but also this thing called reactivity, which means that a person will act differently knowing that they are being filmed, knowing that they are being watched. Knowing that they are being watched, they act differently. And to avoid this is to use hidden cameras. What would you do is a perfect example of how to avoid that. Because if you have okay, then we have different types of research methods in psychology. We have survey research, which is very self-explanatory. We give surveys to people. The problems with this is that the wording can have a huge influence on how they answer. A huge influence on how they answer. Again, there's and then there's also another, again, bias. You only look for, or you have a belief already in mind, and that you only look for that information that supports your thingy-mabobber, your theory. Then we have case study, which is a study, a research study on one person, maybe a few people, but at most common is one person. Mostly because they're mostly done in rare like when there have been like rare occurrences.
Get ready for a shot.
But a problem with this is that a good research is really you can generalize it. You can say, oh, if this person acts this way, or if this happens with this person, then a good study would be, you can say, oh yeah, if this works for this person, it'll work for this person. It generalizes to the population. Case study, not so much. A famous case study is this one guy. This one guy magically got his he got a metal pole stuck in his head, and he lived through it, but they had to it damaged his part of his frontal lobe, I think, and they sort of monitored that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that if there's another person has the same type of problem, that they're going to react the same way. So generalizability, if I can't say it. Then we have archival research, and this is just looking up data, so birth certificates, census information, to reach a conclusion. But the problem with this is that, again, there's bias, that you look for information that maybe and you ignore other information that could show something else. And then also there could be missing data from the population that will help you make a better that gives a better reason to why X is happening. Control. Most experiments have control is something or a way for experimenters, researchers, to make sure that nothing else is influencing the outcome of the study or whatever they're doing. So we have the independent variable, which is what they're changing, whatever they're changing. And then we have the dependent variable, which is what they're measuring. Well, in order to make sure that that the independent variable is actually changing the dependent variable, they have to control other outside sources, extraneous or something like that, variables, to make sure that there's no confounding results. And a type of research, we have two types of research. We have basic research and we have applied research. One could argue that applied is better because applied has to deal with real world, direct and immediate real world problems. And then basic research is done in a lab and answers and its fundamental principles. And sometimes they don't even know what they're doing when they first start do the study. When they first start doing the basic research, they may not know what they're after. But really, without basic research, we wouldn't have applied research. Then we have reliability and validity. It's kind of confusing, but they're both very, very important. So reliability is the experiment or research consistent and repeatable? So can you do the same thing? Okay, so you do experiment X, study X, and you get X as a result. Can you do the same study and get the same result? That's what reliability is. Validity is what you're studying, measuring, is X. So let's say I'm researching, I can't even think of a fake study. Is X really being measured and not Y? Okay? So in an example, let's say I wanna do a study on intelligence, IQ. And so I'm like, okay, how do we study IQ? Intelligence, A, because there's no clear definition on what intelligence is. So how am I going to study that? Well, I'm so glad you asked that question. You are going to study it, but we're going to say, you know what? I'm going to do it by bike riding. Like, your ability to learn and bike, like how well you ride a bike, reflects your intelligence. Okay? Now that's going to be pretty reliable, because once you learn how to ride a bike, you ain't gonna forget it. But it's not going to be very valid, because my measuring of biking ability really has nothing to do with intelligence. So I'm not really getting at what I want to be measuring. I'm not going to reach my end result. Okay, because other variables, there could be other things that are relating to my ability to ride a bike. Okay? Now, results can be reliable but not valid. Okay? For example, I'm going to use a weight scale. A weight scale will always be reliable because it's going to measure weight. Okay? It always is going to measure weight. Now, it could measure the correct weight each and every time, making it reliable and valid. Or it could have the wrong weight. It could be a few pounds off, or it could be a lot of pounds off, but it's still reliable because it's still the weight. It's just not valid because it's not actually measuring my real weight. Okay? So it cannot be valid and reliable, but not reliable. Okay? If it's valid, it has to be reliable. Then we have continuous versus discrete variables. Okay? Discrete variables are things that have a definite measure, like whole numbers. Like, you can't have half a kid. Your weight, however, is going to be continuous, because although you may weigh 130 pounds, you might not exactly weigh 130 pounds. Then we have quantitative versus qualitative. Quantitative is a number. Like, I have, dear God, kill me now. Oh no, why? Oh yeah, Mom told me. Oh boy. Qualitative is the type, and quantitative is a number is a numerical value, and qualitative is something that's really hard to measure. So you have to operationalize it. You have to operationalize it. Then we have different scales of measurement. Now you may say, Cynthia, what the heck is that? Well, I'm so glad you asked. So a qualitative variable is intelligence, because you cannot directly study intelligence. A, because no one really knows what intelligence is, and there's a whole bunch of, you know. Then we have, okay, scales of measurement. I won. We have ordinal. Okay, we have nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Now you may say, Cynthia, what the heck are those? Well, I'm so glad you asked that question, because that's a really good question to ask. We have nominal. This is numerical data that represents categories. So really, they're just numbers, so you can, it's easier to categorize. Like female, like gender. Let's say I'm doing a study on who holds the door open more times, men or female. I would put men down for 1 and female for 2. Okay, let's say I just watch the door for like 30 minutes, and every time a male holds the door open, I put a 1. Every time a female holds it, I'll put a 2. Okay? So there's like, it's on it, like it's the worst of the 4, because it basically means nothing. Then we have ordinal, which is like a step up from nominal, but this is just for ranking. Really no real data comes from this. This is like first, if this is like placements, race placements, but you don't know, like you don't know the difference, you don't know the time difference between first and second. And this is also jersey numbers as well, because there's no real purpose to them, but you know. Let's do CTF Blitz. Then we have interval. This is an actual date, like a data set. And you can find the mean, median, and you can find the mean from interval and ratio, but you can't for nominal and ordinal, because it makes no sense. Let's say you're running there's a race with 30 runners. If you take the average of that, the average runner was 15th place. That makes no sense. Interval is a number set with distance between, equal distance between, I have no idea what that means, but equal distance between, but there's no real 0. So 0 does not mean an absence of whatever you're studying. Temperature is a really good example. Just because it's 0 outside, Fahrenheit, this is actually, it's only 0, there's no real 0 in Fahrenheit and Celsius, but there is for Kelvin. So there's no real 0, because once it's 0 degrees Fahrenheit does not mean the temperature ceases to exist. It just means it's really, really cold. Okay? Really, really cold. And then we have ratio, which is the same as interval, but there's a real 0. So Kelvin would be this. Speed. Once you go, if you go 0, you aren't going anywhere. Like you're not moving. You're not moving. All right. Then we have so we have validity, which we've already discussed. But then we have internal validity, which is are there confounding or bad methods done to impact the results that you have. We have some threats to that. We have regression. We have practice effect, instrumentation, history, selection effect, and we have attrition, I think. So regression is a perfect example of regression is the Madden cover effect, which is once you reach the top of something, once you meet your peak performance, you're gonna go down. Like, it's just, you know, once you're at the top, you're gonna go down. Does that mean that you suck? No, it just means that you reach the top. You know, there's really no way you can go besides down. Then we have the practice effect, and this is once you've done the same thing. Like, let's say you take a test, okay, and then months later you take the test again, the same exact test. Well, you're going to do better this time because you've seen the test already. And then we have, so that's taking the same exact test again. You're going to do better for the most part. Then we have instrumentation, which is, they're two different. I think this is when they're two different, because you want to be similar, but you don't want to be too similar, but you also don't want to be too different, because then it just ruins everything. So you got to find that happy medium. Then we have history, which is a really good question to what that is, because I have no idea what that is. Then we have selection effect, which is something about putting, when you can be in when you can choose what group you're in, you're going to choose what group. I have no idea. Then we have attrition, which is when people back out of a study, when they start a study and then they just stop. They just stop the study. Then, okay, so internal validity is, are there confounding stuff that will ruin or make results less valid. External validity, that's a really good question. I cannot remember what external validity is. Then we have experimenter bias. This is when you just pick and choose.
Play of the game.
You want to support your hypothesis. So you're like, I'm just going to, like, Sally was really good. Sally had the results that we were looking for. But Billy, on the other hand, Billy didn't give us the results we were looking for. So we're just going to completely ignore Billy. So we can say that our hypothesis is true. It is bad. Because again, it ruins your validity. Then we have participant bias. I have no idea what that is. Then we have the mean, central tendencies of measurement. We have the mean, median, and mode. For the mean, you add them all up and divide by the number of scores. You are finding the average. This is affected by outliers. A perfect example of this, I did not want to be this. A perfect example of this is income in, I guess, the world. We have a lot of poor people and a lot of middle class. But then we have the billionaires and Jeff Bezos, who are so out there that they shift the mean to where we all are like millionaires. But like, that's just not true. Then we have the median, which is the middle value. And this is a good, so you don't use the mean when there's, mean is the most popular because it gives you the most information. but it's not good for when there's outliers. Median is good for when they're outliers because they don't. Medians don't care about outliers. Then we have mode, which is the least useful. Least used. Mode can be very helpful, but it's the least used just because the mean and the mean is better. Mean and mode are better. But this is the most frequent response. Who da thunk? Then we have the weighted mean, which when this is when there are multiple samples that you are looking at, and let's say one sample has has a number of 50, and the second population that you're looking at has a sample size of like 10. Well, they're not. Although they may give you the same information, one has to be weighted more than the other. So then, to find the weighted mean, you add all the scores together. So add all the x's together, and then you divide by the number of people there are total. Wow! That's so smart! Whoever did that's a genius! Then we have the some Greek. We have the summation of values, which is some Greek letter x, which is you just add all the x's together. You just add all the scores. Add all the scores together. Then we have what is called a normal distribution or a normal curve, or what's also known as the bell curve. This is a normal shaped curve, and this is used for IQ tests, and a few others. This is used to like just normal. Like if there's a normal distribution, what are blah 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 blah. It's useful to know, although some of it isn't actually like some of the stuff that are a normal distribution aren't normally distributed, but they're close enough to be very similar. In a normal distribution, the mean, median, and mode are the same thing. And if they're not, if it's very close to being a normal curve, then the three of them are going to be very similar. Then we have positive and negative skews when there are outliers. A positive skew, because left is the best, there are more values to the left. Okay, that's how I remember it. And the tail is on the right, meaning the mean is greater than the median and the mode. Okay. Then we have a negative skew, which is means the tail is on the left, and most of them are on the right. And in this case, the mean is less than the median and the mode. Yeah, okay. And then we have standard deviations. My favorite! Alright, we have standard deviation. The equation for standard deviation is the sum of the score minus the mean squared divided by n minus 1. And then once we get that number, then we take the square root of that. And that's your standard deviation. Now you may say, Cynthia, what the heck is a standard deviation? Why is it useful? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Standard deviations is useful because standard deviations is how far away is your score from the mean, okay? One standard deviation is 68%. Two standard deviations is 96. Did I say 96 twice? 68 is the first standard deviation. Second standard deviation is 96. And then 3 standard deviations is 99. So within 3 standard deviations, 99% of the population is there. Between 1 standard deviation 68% of the population is there. IQ tests is on a standard is on a normal curve. One standard deviation, I think. So it's set at 100. The average is 100. I think it's 17 or 15. It might be 15 points. One standard deviation is 15 points. It might be 5. I can't remember I don't need to know that. But within 15 points, 68% of the population is there. So 68% of the population are between 180, 85, and then another, and then 85, between 85 and 115. 68% of the population is there. And then going 2 standard deviations away is 96% of the population. And then we have, it's on the study guide, but he said it's not on the test. Then we have z-scores, which are so fun. These are the type of these are probabilities of, like, let's say I have, okay, a standard deviation of 1.2. Okay, well, and you're like, how many, what's the what's the population like? Like, how many people are within 1.2 standard deviations? The z-score tells you that probability. I cannot remember. There's a whole list. There's a whole chart. I think it goes from 0.009 to 4.0 for standard deviations. So if you're above 4.0, then that means you are way above the population. You're way above the population average. And then if you're below, oh boy, I can't even tell you. If you're below something, then you're just way below the population. Okay? So the z-score tells you how close you are. The score between the distance between the score and the mean among the population. Okay. Okay. I think that's all I need to know. I hope that's all I need to know, because that's all in the study guide. But he is asking. I had to do an assignment today, and he is at like two of the problems were about things that he might have mentioned once, but they're in chapter 10 of the textbook, and we haven't even gotten close to chapter 10. And so I email him. I'm like, what? Did I miss something? And he's like, I'll double check. And I was like, well, yeah, you better double check, because that's not in the stupid study guide. How am I supposed to study
The enemy has taken your flag.
if it's not going to be in the test?
The enemy has taken your flag.
I really used way too much spray. My goodness. My nostrils are killing me, and my throat is killing me. My goodness.
Enemy has captured your flag. Score.
No one can hide.
I was far away from that. I don't believe I was there, but whatever.
Recover your flag. The enemy has
So yes, that is research methods.
the enemy
And again, I took way too many notes. See, I take too many notes. Like, you wouldn't think that's possible, but like, that really is possible. And I've taken way too much notes. Get ready for a shot. Oh, I messed up. Especially in Psych and Law. I took way too many in Psych and Law. We took a pop quiz today, and everyone's like, oh my goodness, I haven't read anything. I'm like, you're dumb. You are so dumb. We are 5 chapters in. Actually, I think we've read 1, 2, 3, and 5. I think. And I'm like, you're so dumb. You are honestly so dumb. But like, I was able to answer the pop quiz. So. And I wrote a little too much. Look, always happens. I write way too much. I was the second to last person to finish the test because I was still writing. I was like, you want me to write about law? I can write about law. So, Kristen, you will have to hear, I take it on Friday. I might do it a couple more times. I have to translate this into my notebook. But like, I'm actually not really actually, I am worried for it because of the stupid homework assignment that mentions stuff that we haven't learned about. And I'm like looking through my notes, I'm like, okay, maybe I missed it somewhere. No, I didn't miss it. We never talked about it.
The enemy has taken your flag.
Get ready for a shot.
Sending the flag back to base.
Alright, I'm gonna actually open up the window. Get some fresh air in here so like I'm not dying. If my blinds could come down, that would be great. Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet.
Rise and shine. Stop me if you want it.
And recover your flag.
They didn't want it that much.
Your flag was returned.
There we go.
I didn't even see him. I was like, what the heck is this creature?
Keeps on ticking.
60 seconds.
You know, I really hope my professor really admires the amount of effort I put into writing the not today, you're not getting me again. Fool me once. Not twice. That was a triple whammy? Was that a triple whammy I saw? No, I just got a double. Okay, I thought it was a triple. Alright, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, go, 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 go. No! So I went to my chiropractor today. I arrived early. Just because I wanted to. I was doing nothing. And last time I saw him, he was running 30 minutes behind schedule. This time, he was running 30 minutes ahead of schedule. I'm like, what? What the heck? I'm like, I'm not complaining that, you know, you're seeing me right now, but like, oh, gosh darn, I voted for the wrong person. Oopsie daisy, my bad. My bad. Alright, I'm gonna do, let's do, no, that's not what I meant to do. Let's leave game. Let's see. Wait, how did I get something? I didn't win. Oh no, because I won that last time. I was like, I didn't win. Kristen, you want to do me a huge favor? Because I kind of forgot to do this. Do you want to look up the average? Oh boy, can I do this? Actually, never mind. I might have to see if I can find. Because I want extra credit points, so we'll see here. It's already 9? My goodness. Average concussions. Concussion amounts. Concussion stats. How many concussions are reported a year? What is a concussion? ProtectTheBrain.org. That seems like a pretty reliable site, doesn't it? It cannot be found. It cannot be found. Why the heck can you not find the stupid website? It's a .org. Okay, apparently Protect the Brain doesn't want to be protected. Okay. Let's see here. Concussion. Average. Concussion. I don't want settlement. Average concussion amount. I just want to know what the average amount of concussions are. What is a concussion? I don't want a concussion. Should we see it with football? For football concussion stats. Here we go. Actually, let's go athletic. No. Okay, average. Okay, concussion. We'll go baseball. Actually, baseball. Mean. I have to find a statistic that has a mean and a standard deviation, but like I don't want to do like ACT score because that's boring. Granted, I could do it. What causes concussions in baseball? Dummy. Concussion guidelines. 7-day injured list. Okay, here we go. Okay, mean and standard deviation. Here we go. Abstract. The amount. Okay, I can't do this. Okay, I can't do that. We're just gonna have to do. Kristen, can you do me a favor? Are we gonna find a game? We're not gonna find a match. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Oh, for Pete's sake, find me a game.
Welcome to Junkertown.
Welcome to Junkertown. My professor never emailed me back, so like, sir, can you just say you were wrong in having that because we never talked about it? It's not in the book. Let me double check. How long does it take you to double check something, sir? Dodgers are getting Mookie Betts? Get out! For who? Are you sure? I mean, the Dodgers will still probably blow it. Oh, no, he is. Wait. For who? Who are they getting? David Price is going? Two? For who? Verdugo. Okay.
Entering Oasis University.
I mean, Mookie Betts is good. David Price, not so much. He's kind of out of his prime, but...
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Sorry, but they're still, I mean... okay.
Marked by the dragon.
Prepare for battle.
So let's be Junkrat. Bellinger was trending, and I was like, did they seriously trade Bellinger? Because, like, that would not be very smart, but they didn't. Next week, pitchers and catchers. I think next week. You know, I'm so pumped. But I mean, the Dodgers, or the Red Sox had to trade Mookie.
System check initiated. Green across the board. I'm ready for action.
Capture the enemy flag.
The fuse is lit. Let's go and blow something up. There we go.
Is going to the Angels? Really? I really hope the Angels do really well because they have the team to do well. They do. I mean, they have Mike Trout. Shahoney will be pitching this year. They have, oh shoot. Oh boy, Anthony Rendon. I mean, I don't think they have as good of, like, a pitching staff, but like, we'll see.
The enemy has taken your flag. Recover your flag. Your flag was returned. The enemy has
I mean, I think for the Dodgers, I mean, they've won their division 7 years in a row. How many World Series? World Series? I mean, how many do they have?
The enemy has taken your flag.
They've got our flag. After them. Move back. Ready for
Oh, boom, baby! Oh! Oh, that was beautiful. Oh. Oh, that was beautiful. That was so good. We're so close. No, we were so close, team. What happened? If I don't get play of the game, I am going to be mad. Where did... Excuse me. Ninja, where did you go, Genji? Genji, why the heck are you...
EMP activating has the flag. Your team has dropped the flag.
Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm alive, but I'm dead, I'm dead. Okay, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Oh! They pushed it away. Okay. How am I still alive? No, no, you're going the wrong way. Team, you know what? We deserve to lose. We were so close and yet so far away. I'm only a Junkrat when in this mode. Actually, that's a lie. I was Junkrat. I was Junkrat in one of my... I don't appreciate that hack, sir. Getting there. Boom! Can't stop me. Wristband, fast boot. Oh my goodness, I haven't played Skyrim in forever. Mostly because I don't have a PS3. I cannot wait till baseball starts again. Is that melody? Team, we're supposed to stop them from scoring. That's the point of capture the flag. Team, we're supposed to stop them. I know it's kind of confusing. Okay, grab the flag and go. 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 You are fine. Way to go, team. Wait, how did they already capture it? How did they capture it? How did they capture it? I will take that play of the game though. Okay, good. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Makes me cry. Oh, come on, team. Where's the love? Where's the love? Lame.
Now arriving.
Nepal. No, I just can't wait to see how well the Dodgers do. Not the Dodgers, the Phillies do, because their last year was just not very good, and the Angels, because they have the caliber, and the thing is, they're not even in a hard division. I mean, the Mariners, no. Oakland, no. I mean, maybe.
Prepare for battle. Select
It's not like the East, where, you know, you got the Red Sox, who were not very good last year, and the Yankees. And the Blue Jays weren't very good either. Hopefully the Orioles do better this season, because they were awful. As usual.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
And the Rays. The Rays have some good.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get moving. Well, that's a good spot. Let's get you healed up.
The enemy has taken your flag. 0. Recover your flag.
Now's our chance.
Now what's
Your
that?
flag was your team has the flag.
Yeah, who has the flag?
That was really mean of me. That was extremely mean of me. We're doing exactly what I hate.
Your team has the flag. Your team has captured. Score 3-0.
But I don't care, because I want to get the Hammy skin.
Your team has captured. Score 4-0.
Yeah, did it, yeah. Ooh.
Your team has captured the flag. Score
Well, that's a fine way you do.
5-0.
Good luck.
Oh my goodness, Kristen. I was going to tell you this on yesterday. My professor, my stats professor, who is a sports fan, talked about the Vegas Knights. Is it the Golden Knights? The Knights. Anyway, he talked about the Knights and how they have like one of the best expansion records, like first season across all sports. Yay! Woo! We won, team! We won! Way to go, team!
Play of the game.
Oh, I'm it again? Oh. Oh, you don't need to do that. Yeah, he talked about them, how they had one of the best records. No, the best across baseball, football, and basketball. I know. I was kind of irritated how he mentioned them because, see, this one doesn't have very good, it's not very valid because there are other circumstances that are in play.
Now arriving at the Ilios Well. Prepare for battle.
But I was like, you know what, you want to talk sports, we can talk sports. I just can't wait till baseball season starts, because he's a Twins fan. It's gonna be a good season. I can feel it. Order Rizzy's improved. His velocity has improved.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
Plus, I feel like you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like for hockey, there's only like a couple really good teams. The rest are like, you know, I mean, they're obviously still professional, but I don't think I've ever won on this map. Does that say something? What does that say? Wait, how the heck was the flag over here? I am not dying to the diva. 3 health. No, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, because, like, I mean, with baseball you have, you know, the Yankees, the, well, I mean, I think the fact that there haven't been back-to-back winners, World Series-wise, I think shows how, you know, the talent is mostly pretty spread out, except for like a few teams in Baltimore. And then in NFL, I mean, you have the Patriots and the Packers on a good day. I mean, there are multiple teams.
Enemy has taken. Recover your flag. Your team has the flag. Your flag was returned.
And then in the NBA, you have again the
Team has
very good teams in both the West and East when they want to be good, except for the Timberwolves. Sorry, Timberwolves. Shut up. 15 kills, no deaths. Get out.
Set off those fireworks! I've captured the flag!
Your team has captured the flag. Score 5-0.
EMP activated.
Your team has dropped the flag.
Oh, I died.
Return.
Holy.
Granted, I don't know the most about the NHL, but like, I mean, I could probably name most of them, but like, are they good? Mm-mm.
I'll just leave this here.
Your team has
The Wild best team.
has dropped the flag. Your team has the flag.
How are the Wild doing anyway? I don't actually know. I think they're like the Timberwolves when they had like they had a pretty good stretch and then they just was not good. I went 16-1. What the heck?
Play of the game.
I think I still need what? One more win? Do I need one more win? I'm voting for me. I can't tell. Does that look like 1 or 2? But my stupid thingy is in the way. I can't see. The Wild are in last, so are the Timberwolves. And baseball season's starting soon. The Twins are gonna do well. Lynx starts soon-ish, I think. I just want to go to Target Center so I can get a stupid hat. Okay, let's try to find one. I just love how the trade rumors of Eddie Rosario were up. Like, people should... Actually, I don't even think... I think it was just people were speculating. And I was like, no. He's one of the players who hit 30 home runs last season. You want to get rid of him? Sure, go ahead.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
This is why you are not in charge. Ooh, I gotta sign up for some fantasy leagues. Get my Twins fantasy league. It's going to be a safe bet to be the Twins. I should actually see. Let's do that right now. Let's look at it. Let's pull up my fantasy leagues. It's never too early to do fantasy leagues, right? Oh no, he finished? Oh, that wasn't very long.
Let's shoot for a new high score.
They should be voting tomorrow? Alright, I get mine from CBS Sports. Ending it, I'm actually kind of surprised that they traded bets. Mookie, I just love his name, Mookie. Like Cookie. But Mookie.
The enemy has taken it. Recover your flag.
Just taking the
Flag
flag.
was returned.
Did you just decide to stop working? Is that what's going on here?
Group up, we have our
Fantasy, baseball. Fine, we'll just do it this way.
Your team has dropped the flag. The enemy has
Come on, I just need to win one. I think one more.
score 0-1.
I'm not doing Yahoo. Get out of here, Yahoo. A potential roommate had a Yahoo account. That's not what I want. Nope, go back.
Enemy has captured.
Wow, it's really slow today.
Score
Today, right now, I mean.
0-2.
Actually, I think this will be my last one. I'm starting to get a headache.
The enemy has captured the flag.
I'll just have to make sure to play tomorrow a bit.
0-3.
So I can get the...
The enemy has taken the flag.
Yeah, because we're gonna lose. I have very little faith in our abilities.
Score 0-4.
Why is it being so
The enemy has
slow?
taken the flag.
They have our flag. Stop them before they get away.
Oh no, I kind of forgot about my Neopets.
Captured the flag. Score 0-5. The enemy has taken the flag. Recover your flag.
flag. Quick.
The enemy has taken
Oh no, we tried. No one can say we didn't try. Did I level up? I did not level up. That's a shame.
play of the game.
We'll see how close we are. We might do one more. What the heck? Why are we being so slow? Of course, as soon as I disconnect the internet, then it works. If kiss. Twitter, how do I sign in? How do I log in? Facebook. Play. Here we go, login. Oh boy. What's my login though? That's the question of the day. Hopefully it's this. Go build your franchise. I wanna build a franchise. Arizona. Minnesota. FF 10. No, we're gonna go Phantom.
Now arriving at the Park Village.
Alright, I really hope we win.
Select your hero.
Because this is my final game. That's kinda lame, not gonna lie. Alright, get out of this. Should we see if Final Fantasy Square has emailed me back in the last few hours?
Perfect day for some mayhem.
Surprise, surprise, they haven't.
All systems checked out. Ready for combat maneuvers.
G'day, cobber.
Hello.
We need a healer? I mean, that would probably be nice, but Pasha, we don't need no healer. Oh wow, I'm so glad your Blizzard is just starting to go. Okay. Oh boy, that's not gonna get annoying. She said very sarcastically.
Flag drop. The enemy has taken. Recover your flag.
Someone recover our
It's
flag.
on ticket.
Securing
Your
our
flag
flag.
was returned.
Very well.
If at first you don't succeed, blow it up again. That was if at first you don't succeed, blow it up again. If you couldn't tell through my yawn. I was really mean.
Your team has the flag.
Come on, team.
Understood.
You have to win.
That is how it's done.
Your team. The enemy has taken.
Very well.
Recover your flag.
Why were you going this way?
Your flag was returned.
Just a little confused, not gonna lie.
You have the flag.
I have the flag. I have the flag.
Your team has captured.
Aww.
Score 2-0.
Very well. No one can hide from my sight.
You have the flag.
Acknowledged.
Your team has the flag.
I have secured the enemy.
Okay, we're gonna go sneaking.
Your team has captured.
Understood.
Score
Acknowledged.
3-0.
Very well.
Oh,
Your team has the flag.
Acknowledged.
oh.
Your team
But they aren't here. What the flip?
4-0.
Teleport? Go fast travel somewhere?
Your team has dropped
Jettison
the
the flag.
Ready for a shot.
Oh, I waited way too long. I waited way too long.
team has dropped
Very
the
well.
flag. Your team has the flag.
Go, 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 go. I'll cover you.
Very well.
Recover your flag. Your flag was returned. 2-0.
But oh,
Rise and shine.
Your team has dropped the flag. Your team
weird.
Your team has dropped the flag.
Did you kill him?
Enemy flag returned.
Defend our flag.
Hunter lays a trap for his
Very well.
Reality bends to my will.
Your team has the flag.
But if you don't succeed,
I have taken
blow it up
the
again.
We need to
Your
defend the
team
flag.
has
I already
dropped
have
the
one. Oh.
Defend our flag.
flag. Enemy flag returned.
Very well.
Why are you saying defend the flag? There's no one here.
Team has dropped the flag.
I'll take that, thank you.
I have the flag. I have the flag.
Okay, that should be it, right? Yes, that's it. Did I get a loot box too? I got a loot box too.
Play of the game.
Boom, and I got to play the game too. Boom. A rocket barrage incoming. Boom, level up. Let's open this bad boy up. Ooh.
Can't stop, won't stop.
That's pretty cool. I wish they had a random button. I wish they did. Nah, I like my high roller. Alright. But this is where I'm gonna end it, guys. Whenever you see this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye-bye. We'll be back tomorrow.